Hi Flosstube, I'm Lori and welcome to Once Upon a Stitch. Today's Friday, April 26, 2024. This is going to be a Flosstube extra. I'll probably number it in sequential order from my last one, but it's an extra because it's not a regular Flosstube where I show you what I've been working on and my progress on that or any life updates. This is going to be about what I'm planning to start from May 1st through December 31st. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're one of my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming back. And you might remember that either in November or December of this past year, I had did a video of the 40 new starts that I was going to start in 2024. Well, I changed my mind on some of them. Some of them I said, the year after, or maybe not right now. And then some I added. So I will total at least 54, I think, by the end of December. That's what I'm thinking. And I know a lot of people, if they're 60 years old or 50 years old this year, they decided to start 50 or 60 new things. But I thought about, but that came out, I had already started the year, and there was no way I was going to start 70 new things. So what I decided to do was I decided to make it 54, the year that I was born. So that's what, there's 52 here, and 2 more that will be on my Whipco board because it calls for a new start that hasn't been planned. So I'm going to go over with what I planned for now. And if there's anything you see that you might have in your stash and you'd like to join me with them, I'll try and give you what month I'll start it in. What else can I tell you ahead of time? I guess that's about it. I'm just going to run through them real quick. And if you have any questions, please feel free. The first one is that I'm going to start with my friend Donna, and Dina, who's half stitch cross stitch here on Flosstube. They decided to do the Polar Plunge series, and I did not have any of those patterns, and I didn't know if I was going to get it in time for May 1st. So my friend Dee just had the whole series and said, I'll lend you one of them, and I'll give you one that I won't be starting right on in May. So I said, great, thank you. So she sent me her pattern, and she showed me which ones, and I selected the whale because Caleb has an infatuation with whales. So I thought this would be really cute to start with. And this is hands-on design, and I will be stitching it on, I believe it's a 14 count, blue Ada. This is a little bit more tealy, but again, you can't tell from the picture. Sometimes pictures are deceiving. Then I know May is usually mania, stitch mania, and this year's 24, and a lot of people will be starting 24 new starts, one a day for the every day in the month of May. But I will not be doing that. I will be doing 5. And there's only 4 Mondays in May. Some people do like a new start every week. So I have 5 that I'm going to put in the month somehow. The next one is by Heart and Hand, and it's EO Crow sampler. I have the blue one. I did the blue one and the red one. But here's the red one. I did that one. And I don't know if no, I don't think it's up there. But I did 2 of them so far, so I thought I'd do this one as part of the series. And I'm going to do that on a 28 count Country Mocha. I've come to the conclusion that I really like stitching on Country Mocha, whether it's an Ada or 28 count. And when I get an opportunity, I will be buying some more of that. The next one is Primrose Cottage Spring House. And I thought I would try stitching that on a it's the stamped blue. I don't know what the name of it is, where it's modeled on one side, but solid on the back. So I thought that would make a nice blue sky. I don't know if the white will show up for the clouds, but I'm going to be using B5200. I will be doing Lila's Studio Spring Quaker. I love her Quakers. I also have the summer one. And this will be stitched on a 28 count Lugana called Sand Dune. I think the colors will pop. And calls for Classic Colorworks and DMC. I think I'm using all, I think a combination of the two. And then I finished this one, which I shared. It wasn't fully finished since you've seen it. But in my next video, you will see it fully finished. So I'm going to stitch this one. The two candy canes with the cardinals on top. And I'll be stitching it on the matching piece of Ada. This is 18 count. I believe it's Dirty Ada. Nope, it says mushroom, but no, it's not mushroom. It must be Dirty Ada. It's darker. And I selected the color because the white really popped on it. This was one of the new starts that I decided to add. Already I have like 3 new things just for May. And this is from Puntini Puntini Summer Trio 2024. I just think they're adorable. Love beach themed items. And I'm going to be stitching this on a 28 count Days Gone By, it's called. The Silk Weaver. Silk Weavers doesn't exist anymore. They're not dying under that name anymore. So I must have had that fabric in my stash for a while. Okay. Then oh, this Summer Trio will be in June. That was the beginning of June. I will be starting then. Unwrap the Joy of Christmas by Lizzie Kate. And I will be stitching that on an 14 count Toast Ada. And I selected the darker fabrics now because I really want the white to pop on them. And I really like the way they do. This was a new pattern that I bought this year. And I'm changing the colors. It's Little House Needleworks called Christmas Angel. So I'll be stitching, this will be Libby's ornament this year. I'm thinking of making the wings white, the dress pink, and her hair a lighter brown. And I don't know if I'll stitch this date here or I'll put her name on the bottom and a charm in the back of the date of the year that I stitched it. Rebecca dressed Libby mostly in pinks. That was Libby's color. Next is Brenderjys Red, White, and Bloom. And this is a June start. I'll select one of these to start with. And I'll be stitching it on a 14 count Ada by Artiste called Vintage Taupe. I might go open it. It is modeled almost very similar to Country Mocha. Yeah, only modeled on one side. And I do like the Artiste brand from Hobby Lobby. So that's what I'll be stitching that on. I know a lot of Brenderjys patterns are for 40 count, but mine will be larger. It'll be easier to see. And then the last one for June is Lori Holtz stitch cards. And I have this packet for the kitchen. And I thought about just doing them either in a strip this way or long way. And then I also have these. I took this apart. So it's the cake, the little girl, the butterfly, and the house. And this again, I might do like this, as like a bell pull, sort of. I could put it on a soft finish of fabric. I haven't decided how I'll finish it, but I'll be stitching this on, this is an 18 count, looks like a cream Ada. Or I also have a 14 count vintage oat, which is modeled from Artiste. So, and that is the last one for June. Now July. Yep. This is Trick or Treat. I will be stitching one of these in July and one in August, because within the new starts, my stitching group is also doing 12 ornaments, one a month. So I already stitched this pumpkin, and I finished it as a circle. And now I'm going to select two other ones, whether it be the crows or the owl or the cat. And I'm going to choose one for July and one for August and finish them in circles as well. And so I'll be selecting that, and I'll be stitching that on a 16 count dirty Ada. Then I will select one of the two berries. This one I stitched and finished. I'll be stitching one of these so that I can get another one accomplished from this pattern. It's Autumn Berries by Erica Michaels. And I will stitch that on a 28 count ivory Lugana. In July, I will be starting the Country Cottage Needleworks Sand Dollar Cottage series. And this is the whole series on the bottom. This one, I believe I purchased. I have two other ones. One that I finished, that my friend Kelly shared with me, and a winter one that is further along in here. This comes with the called for bell swap. Oh, wait a second. The patterns in the back. Comes with the call for silks. So there's 5 of them, and so I managed to find them all. And this was in 2010 that the series came up. And I will stitch this on a 28 count light blue, ice blue Lugana. I think that'll be pretty on there. I'm just looking at the stars up here. Yep, they're stitched in. See if it shows up on this fabric. Otherwise, I might have to change it to B5200. Okay, this next start, my friend Dee and I will be starting this together in July. And that is Heart in Hand. We were to pick a tiny town. Now, I already finished Christmas Tiny Town, but I decided not to fully finish it because I wanted to leave it on the piece so that I had enough fabric to put around a Q-snap to stitch another one on this fabric. And so I'm going to be stitching Seaside Tiny Town. I hope to make them into drums when I'm done. I've never made a drum, never finished one, and I think I'd like to try it on these two once they're both done. And then the last one for the month is, I put 2 fabrics in here because I don't know which one I'm going to select. The pattern is White Christmas by Primrose Cottage. And it's done on Graceful Gray. They did theirs on a 16 count Graceful Gray. So I have 28 count light ash gray, which would kind of match the pattern. Or I was thinking of trying it on a 16 count navy blue. Since the whole pattern that's being stitched is full coverage, I was thinking maybe I would try a dark color. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, to see which I end up selecting. Okay, so that brought me through July and August. August, okay, was the trick or treat that I already showed you. And then I decided to kit this one up. Oh, this is a new one. Yeah. Summer Sweets Pink Heap by Scattered Seeds Samplers. And this is stitched originally on a 36 count. So I'm doing it on a 28 count. So mine will be a larger pillow. And I'm stitching it on a mushroom Lugana. Seems to look pretty close to the color. And this, yes, and then this is another new one that I selected, was called Fresh Watermelon. Yes, Fresh Watermelon. And it's not as little as it appears. The stitch count is 86 by 86. And on a 28 count, it's an approximate 6 by 6. So this time I have an 18, do I have 18 count? 16 count. And it's ivory. It's hard to find 16 count artiste, but I'm going to try it on a 16 count and make it a little bit smaller, and so that it will fit in a 6 by 6 frame. Because sometimes when you get a 6 by 6 frame, it could be too tight. So I thought I'd try it on a 16 count Nita. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and then comes September. September I will be stitching. I stitched this one already. And so I'm going to be stitching This Way to the Pumpkin Patch from the Autumn Skies pattern. And I'm stitching this on, what did I write? An Ivory Ada. And I believe I stitched this one on the Ivory Ada, so to keep it in the same family, I decided to do it on the same fabric. Okay. And I have the threads that I used in the back of the pattern because I said eventually I'll do that. So I decided eventually is now. And let's see, September. Yep, Prairie Schooler. Oops. Is the 2024 Santa. I had said that I was going to do one of the Santas, but I decided to do this one. And I'll be stitching that on looks like an 18 count Davos. think I must have stitched one of them here. And so Dalgos, I find, you know, your threads can slip on it, but I found that in a Q-snap where it was tighter, and if you don't pull it quite as tight, it doesn't normally fall behind for me. So I'm going to do that one. And that is, I think, September. What is this one? Oh, this is the last one for September. It's a JBW Design Autumn Trio. And I'm going to try stitching this on, I believe this was a fabric I picked up at Michael's. I don't know if I have the paper. No. It's a light green 14 count Aida. It looks a little blue, but it has, you can see some green in here now. I think it'll be okay. I don't know if I'll do the border. I'll decide when I'm looking at the bottom. That's a lot of confetti heavy stitching down here. But I will put that in. That is part of the pattern. Okay. Oops, sorry. Then comes October. And I'm going to do 2 of these patterns. Okay, I have one in a sleeve because I have the threads in the big bag. And the first one will be Primrose Cottage February 9 patch. And it's got cord here. The April 9 patch. I didn't get a chance to do it this year. Primrose Cottage April 9 patch for Easter. So I figured I will be ahead of schedule for February and April next year, because Easter is in April next year. And I'm doing it on a 14 count, no, 18 count. 18 count? 18 count Aida. It was in a tube, so I'll probably iron it before I use it. I didn't want to fold it to put in the bag, so it's kind of just sticking out. Okay, and this one will be in October as well. And I love this saying. This is Lizzie Kate, Dear Santa. And it says, Dear Santa, I've been good all year. Okay, most of the year, most of the time. Once in a while, forget it, I'll buy my own presents. And I think this will be perfect for Layla. Oh my goodness, she has a little sass already, 1.5 years. You tell her no, and she just turns her head and rolls her eyes. So I think this will be so cute. And this is going to be stitched on a 16 count Dirty Aida by Zweigart. I have the label here. I'm going to take the price off. I think the white will pop on that, though there's not too much white. Mostly green and red. So that'll be cute. Let's see, what's this one? Okay, this is the second series by Country Cottage, and this is the Winter Wonderland series. And this is what it'll look like all together. And it comes with the Belsois silks. And this was for my friend Kelly. I just love these. And I'll be stitching that on a light ash gray Lugana by Zweigart. Just pull up one. I think the gray will be fine. And that's the last one for October. Now November. Oh, this one I did already. I have piles all over. I'm waiting for it to fall. Okay, Okay, November, the first, well, not in this order, but in any order, is January Wordplay by Brenderjys. You've seen this a million times. This, I'm going to try stitching this on a 16 count Heritage Ada. 16 count Heritage. I got by Picture This Plus. Sometimes I like Picture This Plus, but they're soft. So I always have to figure out how to finish it. The other one I finished on a flat board. So I guess I'll do the same for that. The next one, I don't have the fabric yet, but I have until November. And that's Jardin Privé, My Lady's Quaker. And I did the gentleman, I think I finished him the beginning of this year. So I'm going to do the lady. And I didn't like the red that they selected for this. It looks like a variegated red, and it's only 2 colors. But it's red 815. But for some reason, it looks like it's variegated. Oh, it says, the stitchery in front of the cover was stitched with a variegated red thread in place of the DMC red. But they didn't say what they used for it. So, it's black and a color. It's black and red. And I didn't want to do a dark red. So I looked at the gentleman's, and like the blue is like here it is, a medium blue. So I wanted to pick something. Now, if you see this one here, this is also by Jardin Privé. That's Marquise. And I couldn't remember what colors I used for this, but I picked out 3 like mauvey pinks, and with the black I'm leaning towards one of these 2, thinking maybe this one. If you want to let me know what you think, that would be wonderful. We'll just say 1, 2, and 3, 3 being the lightest and 1 being the darkest for this one. And I stitched the gentleman on a white, antique white Lugana. So I'm ordering that for the lady. And this is Gathering Wildflowers, which was a new pattern this year by Hands On Design. And I'm going to start with this one. And I will be stitching it on a 16 count platinum Ada. Okay, that's November. So last month, December, let's start with the smallest one first. I'm going to try and get ahead of the season again. Easter Berry by Erica Michaels. I believe this was stitched on gauze, and this was on either linen or Ada. I have to see if there's over 1 stitching, because sometimes on her berries there's over 1, so you have to do it on 28 count. Right now I have pulled, because I didn't check the pattern well, a 14 count Ada called Spa, S-P-A. I thought that would be pretty, because this one, I think this is the gauze one. I think they have to stitch the background in that green, so I thought maybe this will look cute in the green. And then I decided to try Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I have until December to decide on a fabric. But for now, this looks like an 18 count blue denim that I dyed myself. And I think all the colors should pop on it, because there is a blue package, but it's light blue, and there's nothing that's very similar to this color, so I shouldn't have a problem with it. So that's my intention on Christmas delivery. So I'll have something in this season and something to get ready for the next, another season. And then, and I'm not satisfied with this fabric, but right now it's in here. And this is for Summer Quaker by Lila's Studio. And she does this on a latte by Fiber on a Whim, 46 count. So of course mine's going to either be in an Ada or a 28 count. And right now I have an Ada, and this is a 14 count Ada by Artiste, and it's one of those huge pieces that come in the tube. And let's see. I think the colors will pop on this. If I can find a 16 count in ivory, I will most likely do it on a 16 count. The total stitch count on this is 267 by 216. So it's a large piece as well. So if I can do it on find a 16 count, I will most likely try and do it on that. Okay, so if I haven't bored you and you're still with me, I have a surprise. I did pull the winners for my giveaway that I will be announcing. I pulled them this morning. I did the random number generator, and I will announce them. I'm going to either come back on, I think, May 1st in the afternoon. We have something to do in the morning to, oops, am I talking you? And so I'm going to have to do a late video, but I would like to do it May 1st to tie up April, and then, yeah, and then come back in the middle of May and show you what I've been working on and announcing who the winner is of this new pattern. This is by Carriage House Samplings, and this is Blooming Basket. And I purchased this, and I was all intended on doing it, and then I decided I didn't want to do it. It's a beautiful pattern, but I don't know. Life's short, and I don't want to hold on to it. I want to share it. So if you're interested in trying to win this, I guess, just say the word basket in your comment, and I will, let's see, today is the 26th. I'm going to do a video May 1st, and then the next one will be in the middle of the month. So we're going to say this giveaway is opened until May 11th. I don't know what day of the month that is, but May 11th, because then I'll come back after that and I'll announce the winner on that video. So this ends May 11th, 2024 at 11:59 p.m. You have to be 18 years of age to enter so that you can give me your address. Please do not say giveaway or anything similar to that, because we want to keep the trolls away for entering. Since it's not like I know every single person on my channel, but as long as you're a stitcher and you watch me and hopefully you subscribe, I would be happy to put you in for this. But if somebody's looking to just go around and collect patterns, I'd rather give it to somebody who will stitch it. So if you're interested, just say basket. May 11th, I'm going to have to write this all down when I end this video. And I hope you saw something that might entice you to stitch with me, or maybe you started it already and can give me a few tips on something. I always like sharing tips whenever I come across them. And as a matter of fact, In my last video, I showed a strawberry fair, which had a very intricate pattern on the strawberry. And I had said, you know, do the pattern of the symbol that looked like a upside down triangle like this. It's just that it wasn't closed, it was 2 V's. And I said, start with that and then fill in with the other colors. And a few people have said, thank you, that really made a big difference. So, you know, tips like that. So always feel free to share them with me on anything that you see here that I might be starting in the upcoming months. Again, basket, May 11th. Okay, I think that's it. So I'll see you in a couple of days and with a regular video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.